Okay, first thing to do today is to get your timeline looking like this. In this menu here, last lesson I had preview on. In this menu you can just change it. I'm going to go to standard so I can see more, and I'm used to this because this is the old view. If you want to do preview you can, but if you're getting confused, if you're following me, just go to standard. You can also change the height of it. When you start adding more things, I'm just going to go medium, which will be fine for this. You've got to work out how long you want your animation to go for at the start of your website. So I'm going to make the MR and the shadow and the button fade in all in about 3 seconds. So I'm going to use that and go 3 seconds, and then I'm going to get it to hang around for another 2 to 5, and I'll show you how to do that after. But the first thing is 3 seconds and creating that space for the animation just using normal frames. So you've just got a 3-second animation at the start, it's doing that, and it stays there, nothing else. We're going to do some tweens, which are those animations that are done automatically. So you just want to select a part of each layer in those frames you've made and right click, create motion tween to go that mustard color. Now we want it to end up like this. So to create frames of a change, you need to create keyframes. So we want to say in this position, on these frames, we want you to be there, they're in the right spot. So I'm going to insert a keyframe at the end. All, so you can see all the things you can tween when you do that. All these things you can tween, animate, and I've done all of them. So anything I change from here to here will end up like this on that frame 36 there. So first thing I'm going to do is the MR. I want it to end up where it is now. I want it to start off screen, so I'm going to drag it out to the left and hold shift, and you can see that line to make it straight. You can see the path. I'll just preview that straight away. That's the basics. With the shadow at the start, shadow, I'm going to drag that out to the right. Exact same. Start of this. Now, the opacity is called alpha on Animate. You can see when I click on this symbol, you get color effects here, and I'll show you how to do a bit different with the button. But you can see it's already at 20% because it's faded. So I'm just going to make that 0%. And at the end you can see it's back, and it's probably at 20. So you can see now when I preview that it's fading in. Now you've got to be careful with this, because at the start, let's say I add my own color effect. Now I've clicked on that button, alpha, and I'm going to go 0. If I go to the end, it's still gone because I've actually edited that symbol. So what you've got to do is at the end, you've got to bring it back yourself, like I just did. Okay, so that one won't really go by itself because you actually edited the button. Okay, so at the start, I clicked it, color effect alpha 0, and at the end it didn't go back automatically. I had to click the space again, so it was like that. I had to actually click it and put that up myself, and then so that keyframe, it's back. Start, it's gone. So I've got this happening. Now one thing I will add is I might add an ease. So to do an ease, so it kind of fits nicely at the end, it slows down, it doesn't just get really boring. You can click the actual tweens to get properties, and there's an ease here, and I'm going to crank that to 100, which is the max. And you can see these frames have slowed down at the end. Well, they've gotten close together, which means it slows down. So I'll preview that. Actually, I'll do the C as well. So click on the tween, ease, 100 out. You can see that change in the frame. So now it does this. You can see it eases to the stop, a bit more professional. Now the last thing I'm going to do is make that hang around for about 2 seconds. To do that, I'm going to drag down at 5 seconds, right click, insert frame. So now I've got this happening. But that ease isn't as good. So if the ease stops, it means it's modified my tween a bit. So what you can do is just after you've got your animation finishing, you can right click that and split the motion. So that should fix it a little bit, well, fully. So you can see my ease happens again. So what it's done is split the layer up into two different animations, so the E still works here. So that one was wherever you want to split up and maybe start a new animation on the same layer. You drag, or just click where you want to go, right click, split motion. There's a few things I've done in here, but the idea behind the video is that you can stop and go back and see what I've done and do it yourself, and then keep going. Have a go at this today. Hopefully this video helps.